You can start now.
Okay. Okay, Deepak sir. Thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Uh, I am CA Karancham, and I guess many of you were there in this session. I guess it was second session of the AI tools group where we had discussed the Chat GPT customized GPT tool and how do we customize Chat GPT. That was the last session which I had taken long back, I guess. And glad to meet you back, and thanks to Pune ICAI for this opportunity to be back here to discuss one more tool today. So today's tool, as you might have seen on the group, today we'll be discussing about Google Opel. So before starting with the discussion of Google Opel, I have shared the screen wherein you would be able to see the interface of Google Opel. And as you can see over here, it says we are able to build, edit, and share mini AI apps. So generative AI is something all of us are aware about. Agentic AI is something which is doing rounds in the market since almost a year now. And I think everyone might have heard about AI agents. So it is basically, in case of generative AI, we are trying to generate something. We are trying to generate images, text, or responses using various tools. Everyone has used Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. Everyone has used ChatGPT also. So all these are generative AI. Now, in case of AI agents, many of these generative AI tools have started developing their AI agentic tools, and few are already there. And if we talk about Google Opel, so this is an experimental based model as of now, which Google has tried to come up with. If you are not aware, there is one model called as, or one tool called as N8N. I will just show you the website, n8n.io. This is one website, and this is one of the workflow based automation which N8N has developed. This is existing since a very long time now, and this has a very good brief idea about how do things work in when we say workflow. So this is a paid model. N8N is a paid model. What we are seeing today is Google Opel, which is completely free, and each one of us can use this particular model. And this is easier version of N8N. Why I tried to introduce N8N right now towards the start of the our session today, because this is something which is quite advanced version of workflow. This is what even Google Opel is trying to achieve. And I'll just go into one of the use cases which I'll be discussing today, so that you get an idea, and I'll come back to what exactly are we trying to discuss. So this is something that we are trying to display. If you see over here, there is some kind of workflow given. There is some kind of workflow given. This is the basic interface. So this workflow is what gets automatically generated by Google Opel. So what happens ideally in any process that we form, that we frame the process that this is step one, this should be step two, this should be step three, and so on. And then in what step, what are we supposed to do? So if we get some work done from our articles or our staff, teammates, etc. also, so what do? Is we give them some steps that, let's say if this is a particular entity which is supposed to be audited, so this has some peculiarities. We'll go through related party transactions first. We'll check these things from trail balances. We'll check opening balances. We'll check this. We'll reconcile GST. We'll reconcile TDS, and so on and so forth. This is what we do. In the same manner, this particular thing, if it is done in an automated manner, this is how it would appear. But the best part over here is we need not formulate this process. We need not formulate these steps, one, two, three, four, five. This will be automatically done by these platforms. So Google Opel will automatically design processes based on what you require. You need to just give it a normal prompt in the natural English, natural plain English language, and it will generate these steps automatically. No doubt, it is available for us to edit. So if you can see over here, there are some particular steps which are automatically generated. These are referred to as technically assets. If you see over here, there is an option, add assets, or there is an option for giving us the steps. So if I click on user input, this new asset gets added over here. And then I can give it specific commands on the right hand side. I can give it various instructions over here. I'll just delete this for a moment. In the same manner, if you wish to generate something, now in case of Opel, Opel is being developed by Google. So another tool, a generative AI tool of Google, that is Gemini, it is already integrated with it. So if I click on generate over here, it automatically, if you see on the right hand side, it automatically takes Gemini. Gemini 3, 2.5, various models of Gemini, audio, video models, Nano Banana you have used or heard about. All of this appears over here and we can choose anything. And then we can give the prompt whatever we ideally give in Gemini. So these particular things are brought in over here. Now I'll take up a use case and let's try to go through the whole process, how it works. So in the meantime, you will be familiar with it and then we can discuss maybe few more use cases. I have tried to put in all simple basic things so that we get a detailed idea about everything comprehensively. And then maybe we can apply it to our regular practice, day-to-day practice, wherein we need workflow as a part of our process. So if you go to opel.google or you just type Google Opel on Google, this is the first link that you will get. Google Opel, Opel in the bracket experience, because they are still developing this particular model. The moment you come over here, this page would appear. Now, these are my developed apps for the purpose of our discussion today. So you're able to see this. In your case, it may be blank. You have never used Google Opel. If you scroll down, there are already some ready-made templates appearing. Now, none of it would be directly helpful for our office practice as such, our professional practice, but there are various tools which people can use. So I'll just explain you one of the templates later on as we go ahead as a part of second, third use case. So we can generate a lot of marketing materials here. So ideally not directly useful for us, but there are some ready-made things which they have put in. We can try to develop our own apps over here. So if you click on create a new, it will take you to this particular interface, wherein you can just describe what you wish to prepare. It will automatically prepare. You can just describe over here. Now I'll just copy paste something from a file with the name prompt, which I'll be sharing with you. So whatever we are discussing today, all of those things will be, I'll be sharing with you all. So you can try later on. In fact, I'll just show you the file also, what I'll be sharing with you. So this is a Google Drive folder, which I have prepared, I have compiled, and I'll be sharing this folder with all of you. In this folder, I have uploaded a file called as prompts. This is that file of prompts, wherein I have given some basic prompts, again, which are more or less they are AI generated prompts. So I'll be sharing this so that you can practice later on, wherever if at all you wish to. And this file also has the files that you may require to practice. So the input files, you can say. Like discussing one of the cases of fake invoices. So I have uploaded 2 invoices over here. You can download the same and use it. I have uploaded a sample income tax notice for the purpose of our discussion. So coming back to this part. Now over here, you need to just describe in plain English the way we do it for Gemini or the way we do it for ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc. in the same manner. Let me just copy paste one prompt. So this is a prompt which I am copy pasting and I'll just enter over here. It starts its work of not giving me the tool immediately, but to developing the workflow. It will design the workflow. It will keep the workflow ready for me. I can edit it at any point of time. And simultaneously, the app is developed so that we are able to try and test it. So in the meantime, this happens. I'll just show you what prompt I have tried to give in or what exactly I'm trying to do. So basically, if I upload an annual report, let's say in this case for a public listed company, or I upload some financial information of a public listed company, then I want it to analyze it from my point of view. Therefore, I'm calling it as financial statement analyzer or FinSight or something, whatever. And it will give me an interactive dashboard wherein financial information will appear, an AI generated summary would appear, various financial ratios which I want, if they are present, it will fetch it and put it in front of me. Or if it's not present, it will find out, it will calculate and put it ready for me. The only thing that the user needs to put in is the file. So the moment I upload the file from my drive or from my device, it will take care of everything. So even if I upload a trial balance or I upload a financial statement or I upload an annual report, it will fetch all the necessary details and it will give me the solution. Now, you would say that this is a well drafted prompt or something. Answer is no. What I did is I just went to ChatGPT and that too free version which I use, ChatGPT Go, and I explained my idea and then I asked it to frame a prompt. And then that prompt I have given to Google Open. In the next use case, I'll also tell you that I did not go to even chat GPT. Whatever came into my mind, जो हमारा normal English होता है, वो English में मैंने उसको prompt दे दिया and it could generate a well designed output for me. We'll see that as well. I'll just go back. Okay, so this is ready. This is what it has created. This is what I have tried in front of you. This is not something that was ready made available for me. I have my ready made outputs available, which I'll be showing you that how the outputs also differ. So for every AI tool which you have been seeing now in so many sessions that have been taken up at Pune ICAI, you might have realized one thing, that since everything is generative in nature, you will get different output with the same prompt at different point of time. Let me tell you, the same thing is true over here in Google Opal also. So the workflow that is appearing in front of you is quite different from the workflow which I got just an hour ago when I was trying to generate few ready outputs so that we can discuss today in today's session. So it was very much different. And when I first tried Opal 3-4 months ago, the same particular use case I had tried back then also. I'll show you that output as well. That output is something different. So outputs will keep on changing, but it does the job. So now over here, if you see this process, I have not designed. This process was automatically designed by Google Opal. I just hit a natural particular prompt. That's it. And if you click on them, you will see the instructions that Opal has created for itself. That first one is user input. This is a separate asset appearing over here. And user will upload the PDF, let's say from Google Drive or from the computer. Let's see how has it taken. Then next step is you will extract structured financial data. And over here, it has combined itself to Gemini 2.5 model. We can change the model if we wish to accordingly, no problem. So it has selected a model which it finds appropriate, tried and tested, let's say. And it has automatically drafted this prompt for that particular asset of Gemini, let's say. So what should Gemini do is what it has put in. This I have not put in. This it has automatically taken just on the basis of my original prompt. So what is the objective? How is it defined? You should take revenue, resource, expenses, assets, etc., etc. It has defined certain things. It has ensured that certain functions are mentioned over here. Also, if you see, there is something called as advanced settings towards the bottom. Advanced setting, it has mentioned that you are working as a part of an AI system, so no chit chat, no explaining what are you doing with why. You just start, do your particular job, give the output. So this everything it has done by itself. If I wish to edit it at any point of time, I can edit it. So if you see over here, we can type. So I can edit it whenever I want, whatever I want. Second, if I do not understand what exactly it has mentioned in this particular section, I can use this feature. On the right hand side, if you see, this is suggest an edit to the prompt. The moment I click over here, it gives me a field to put in whatever I have in my mind, whatever thoughts I have. And there is a voice option also. If you are using it on laptops, you can just enable voice and you can dictate it. So whatever edits I want, if I'm not able to edit directly, if I do not understand a code, let's say, which Opal has generated, I can give the edit in plain English and it will change text, it will do those particular changes for me. So those changes will reflect over here as well. So if you see the next part over here, generate statement. So that statement gets generated simultaneously. Now this is because there are two parallel processes going on. So one process will focus on generating formatted statements or tables, whatever analysis we have asked it to do. Another one is to generate ratios simultaneously. So it will simultaneously generate ratios also. Now over here in ratios, if you see, it has automatically given the formulas. If you see over here, it has automatically in its own language taken care of all those particular uh, terms that we usually use. Again, if you want, we can edit it from there, no problem at all. Lastly, what do you wish to generate, which we have asked it. It has accordingly given the designing part aspect also, which font is supposed to be used, how it is supposed to be formatted, how interactive will it be, how the overall user interface will appear. All of that it has taken by itself. Obviously, we can edit wherever we feel. And this is the main part. Now, on the right hand side, if you see over here, this is the preview that we have. There is a console tool. This is the whole console, how it works. So when I give a particular input, it will go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. And we can try those particular steps only and see if those steps are working to our expectations. And then there is a theme. So this theme is very basic now. It does not have points over here. For the very reason they are still into the process of development. So they'll have a lot of themes later on. So that is one part. Now, if you see on the top over here, so this side the name is appearing, which we can rename. After that, we are on the editor tab right now. we can go to the app tab, and this will appear just as good as an online application, which we usually check on various websites. After that, on the right hand side, there is an option share app. So once you prepare this app, you edit it as and how you want. And just like any Google document or Google sheet, any file on Google Drive we share with anyone. So in the same manner, you can do this over here. You can give editing permission, you can give viewing permission, and this link can be copied and shared with the people. So whatever things I have already tried for the purpose of direct discussion over here today, I have shared those links over here, which you can go and check. So this is how I have shared the link as well. Now, let's try to run this, what we have prepared just now. So if you click on start over here, it says upload financial statements PDF. And this is the option for me to upload. Let's say I click on upload from Drive. I can add it from Google Drive as well. Now, in this folder, I have, let's say, input. I have a TCS financials. I'll just show you the file which I am uploading. So I have tried it using two ways. One is this whole annual report of 300 pages of TCS as a sample. Another one is only financial part of TCS, that too for few years, 2014 to 21. So that particular part of financials also I have put in. And I have tried using both the ways. Obviously, answers would change. So let's upload the whole annual report. So this is the whole annual report, and I just press enter. If you see, it shows you the process that we are extracting the information. If you go onto the editing tab and you see from console, it is executing the statement. That what exactly I'm trying to do, how many seconds of process I have already executed. Now it is on step number 2, so it's showing this particular step. The moment it goes to step 3, it will generate something, it will summarize something. This is how the whole console also appears. So you can see the back end part of it also, and this is the front end part of it. And if we prepare the app and share the link with someone, they'll obviously not be able to edit it until and unless we give the permission. They'll be able to view this. So this screen would be visible. It would take some time to load. So by the time it is loading, let me show you something that is already prepared. I'll just take you to this solution. Yes. So the same thing which we are trying to run now, the same thing I have already executed earlier so that we could discuss. And this is that second file which had only financial data which I had put in. So if you see over here, it has given me an interactive kind of a dashboard wherein all the ratios, how they are calculated, what is the performance in last 5 years, AI insights about profitability, capital allocation, etc. Profit and loss, whatever was appearing over there, they have mentioned it. Trend has been automatically prepared. Balance sheet items, industry comparison, what is the industry benchmark and what they have achieved. Now, obviously, we cannot directly rely on this data. We need to have human intelligence involved, human into the loop, and we need to check out. But this is what it prepares to a very good extent. So no more black and white, what do we say, PDFs or simple files appearing. You can have an interactive kind of a dashboard which we can share with our clients. So this is what it had prepared. Now with the same prompt, it's still loading. So I'll show you second output. This was first output that I have prepared. This is second ready-made output. So same prompt I have used, and this time it gave me in a different kind of a design. However, we can edit all those designs by editing, prompting it. This is one another way of presentation which Opal has used. So over here also it has tried to put in all the balance sheet items, all the profit and loss items. It has tried to segregate and present it in a better manner. But one thing that it missed over here was the AI insights part, which I had given in my prompt, but it did not execute that particular part very properly. So that was one thing over here. This is the third prompt which I executed on a different login. Same prompt, which I have shown before you and shared with you, which I have entered even right now. Same prompt was entered over here. If you see over here, they have given a different kind of a presentation. Again, balance sheet items are there. AI powered analysis are there over here, which was missing in the second output. So all of this was prepared. Now, one thing that comes to my mind, let's keep it on this screen so that you can see the console also. If I go to console, this is how it appears. So the second part is done now. It's going on to the third part. It's running the code at the back end. So one question that comes to my mind, which I feel many of those members who are attending today may have in their mind as well. that is this particular dashboard that I'm preparing, or this particular report that I'm preparing. If I wish to share this with someone, I can do this by Chat GPT also. I can do this by Claude also. Maybe many of us have already tried this using other platforms. So what is different in Opel, or such kind of like Opel, N8, and I told you, such kind of agentic platforms or workflow builder platforms? So there are two different points over here. I am using the word AI agent a lot of times, or agentic AI, because it will not generate a particular part that you want. It will understand our requirement. It will generate the whole process, and then it will take you through the whole process and give you the output. So if there are multiple steps involved, this will help us very much, and not just those particular chat gpt, etc. So if we talk about chat gpt, you need to generate this separately, or Gemini, or any other tool, I mean to say, you will generate these things separately, you'll generate these separately, AI powered analysis will be generated separately, and then you can combine all of them. But you need to specify what do you want. Over here, the whole workflow is only set up directly through AI. And that whole workflow, if you want to repeat n number of times on n number of different files, you need not do it every time. It will save it and it will do the job every time. So if you just share the app, and if someone does not have this app, you can share the link directly. They can also run the whole process at the same time. And the interface is quite good over here. And please note, all of this is just Google still developing this model. So in the meantime, this gets loaded. Let me share with you few more use cases which I have tried to uh, prepare. So one technical thing that I tried to do was, as I had shared in the group as well, recently in one of the AI hackathons, I guess on the day of WOFA. So one respected member and AI faculty had presented a very good comprehensive tool using Google, Opel, and a few other tools combined. So one of the part over there, which few members had uh, loved that, and I thought I'll just demonstrate the same part. So that one is income tax notice replier, or you can accordingly prepare for other laws as well. So what happens over here is, I just gave a simple prompt. I'll just show you the prompt first. In fact, this prompt also I have taken up from that particular use case only, so that it can be demonstrated in the same manner. So see, it's just plain English. I want to build an AI agent. Name also is given, which will ask the user to upload the income tax notice. After uploading the income tax notice, it will draft a reply in the Word document, and that Word document will be given to the user. So this is that particular prompt which was given, and this was the process which was automatically created by Google Open. So take the notice first, then go through the notice. It is using Gemini for going through the notice, scanning it out. So which we can do manually also, but it's taking it automatically. You take the input from here, process this 1, 2, 3, 4, and give the final output. Then it will generate the Word document, or it will show it on the face of the output, and then you can download that particular reply, how its overall design should appear. So this is that app which appears. You can just add the notice. Let's say this is a sample, very small notice that I am attaching. So again, it will go through the whole process. It will give me the final output. I'll just show you the output which I had already created for this. This was notice reply. So in this manner, it already has processed it and it gave me the reply. That this is what I went through it. It was not very much up to my expectations, but we can accordingly edit. This is just the first iteration that I am presenting in front of you. We can copy it from here, or we can download the file. If you want something in Excel, it will give it to you in Excel as well. So yes, so it has processed the case which we tried over here in today's session directly. The same case of financial statement analyzer. Now see, this is a fourth format. Three formats I showed you with the same prompt. This is the fourth generative format. But over here also, it has taken up all the things properly. It has given key ratios on the top. It has given an option to download report, but I think so it's not working. We are not able to download it. And it has given AI predictive insights or benchmarking as far as industry comparison is concerned. That part also it has taken care of. Siddharth sir, just a minute. I will just show this use case and then I'll take up your query. So this is another output kind of a format it has given. Now, understanding one more utility. When the question comes that why not other AI tools and why Opel or why workflow builder or why workflow automation, agentic AI automation. So one more reason to it is, so a lot of us, including me, everyone, most of us are using chat gpt to have a lot of basic draftings also. So we just type down the email, and to further you can say streamline it or to have more professional way of writing it, we take help in case of drafting from various AI tools. So if I have a particular pattern of replying to emails, in that case I may automate that whole process of emails. Even though it will not send the response directly, we can keep it till that particular point that it will generate, and then we can copy paste it from here to the email, or even we can integrate that part if we wish to. So in this case, I have not integrated that part. In this case, what I have done is I will open my email. I will copy paste the subject or the body and upload it on this particular output that gives. And then I will translate it to a simpler language, or I will keep it more formal. I'll keep it more casual depending upon what I want. And it can also draft a reply for me. So what did I do over here is, let's say if this is the case, I will just go to app interface, and let's say this is the email which I want to check out. So let's say I put in over here, and then I say process. So it will translate it. If you want to translate in multiple languages, nowadays a lot of us are dealing with clients where the parent company is outside India or the subsidiaries are outside India, group company cases wherein we need to understand the languages used over there. So we can have a fixed pattern wherein a particular email will automatically be translated, and you'll be able to see the English version of it, or you'll be able to translate it into any particular language, let's say French, German, Spanish, and you can go ahead. So this was the original input. This was the email. This is a reply that it has drafted. So we have our own style of drafting. It will adapt to it the way you train it. So again, the training part remains, but this is what it does usually. I had tried one more part, which was this one, translation. The part which I was trying to tell you now. So let's say this input, enter the message you want to rewrite or translate. Select the desired tone. So let's say I want to keep it as semi-formal, just for the sake of trying, and it will give you the message. It will give you the output into all those particular languages which we have requested. I have requested a couple of languages for the sake of trying it. It could generate the output quite properly. Yes, so that's it. Taking up your query, can we give example of output required? We can definitely give the example of output required. So input, process, output, everything we can formulate, we can design and give it to Google Opel during the initial prompt that we are giving. And just like any other AI tool, we can edit those prompts later on. We can keep on reiterating it, and we can say that this output does not matches. Take this PDF as a sample. This is how I want you to generate a report for me. It will take care of that particular aspect of it as well. So now see, in this case, semi-formal, formal, formal tone also appears, and in Hindi, in Spanish, in German, that same thing gets translated. So this is something that can also be done using Google Opel. Just one of the basic use cases. So this we discussed. Then yes, so two more things which I feel we should be discussing before, if you have any queries before we go on to that part. Just a second. Yes. So this was one. So there is a feature in Google Opel, which is a very good feature, which says that you can attach as an input not only files, not only text, you can also attach links of YouTube video, and it will process the same. So there are a lot of tools in the market, Merlin AI or a few other tools, which can help us get the transcript or summarize a podcast or a particular video. So in this case, what I have tried to prepare is, so this came to my mind recently when I felt that whatever has come up in the budget 2026, if I wish to update it to my team or associates, friends or clients, etc., and I want a one pager for it, one page newsletter or one pager flyer kind of a thing, for maybe social media post or circulating it internally on the email or our portal. So what did I do is I gave it a prompt that video. I just took up a news bite where one expert is talking about the budget, and I told it to extract the transcript, summarize key points, and also draft the newsletter. All these three activities can be done separately on some AI tools and then brought in together. This will take care of the whole part. And this was the YouTube video. So let me copy it. This was the prompt which I gave, after which it generated this. And over here, I am just attaching the YouTube video, or you can attach it from here also. Add YouTube video. You can share the same video which is open. It will transcript everything. So I'll show you the output. This is the video summarizer. So it transcripted in this particular part. I'll show you the video as well. I'll not play the video, but I just want to share with you that it was around 10 minutes, a video uploaded very recently. And it was discussion between two people, kind of a mini podcast, kind of a clip from a podcast. So what did it do is it gave me what is the addressing note, what are the key takeaways, and we can just edit this part and this becomes a one pager, which can be circulated. I did it for internal communication. I specified it, so it specified internal communication also, team update, and this particular video summary. So it has a specific feature of taking the inputs. See, it does the same thing over here with a bit of different UI in brief. Internal briefing, it has mentioned. It has mentioned the date, etc. also. So we can also add videos or video links to it as a part of the Google Opel process. Then two more things I have tried. If everyone is fine with the time, so I can just quickly show you both these particular processes also. Or if you have any doubts, we can take the queries as well. If any member has anything to ask or something to add on, there would be other people who have tried this particular tool, just like what I have tried to do. So if you have anything to add, you can please add. Okay. So I'll go on to the invoice part first. So the prompt that I gave in this case was this one. Again, this was a detailed exercise to carry on. So I took help of ChatGPT for the purpose of drafting the prompt. And after taking the help from ChatGPT, this is what ChatGPT designed it for me, which I used as a prompt for developing the Opel mini app. In this, we are trying to just identify whether whatever invoices we are appearing, whether they are genuine or not, whether they are AI generated or something. So this would be another challenge which will come in front of us in the times to come now, that invoices used by our clients, given or taken, may be AI generated. I have a query, I guess. You mentioned Google is still developing Opel. Could not understand. Do you mean this AI is being taught? No, so I mean to say, if you see this part of it, the AI part in Google Opel, the AI is just to develop the workflow, and that workflow development or inside the workflow, like if I go to this particular use case which I was trying to discuss now, this part is taken care by Gemini. This workflow is intelligently thought upon by Gemini. So integrating its Gemini tool only over here, that particular LLM as a base, that particular knowledge as a base, and it's trying to come up with a lot of features, like the YouTube feature which I explained you just now. That feature was not there 2 months ago. 6 months ago, when Google Opel came into picture, it did not have these ready-made templates. They have tried to come up with them now. So by saying development, I mean to say this part of development, they're coming up with a lot of tools. Many of us have been using Google Notebook LM. So in Notebook LM, what used to be there a year ago and what is there right now, there is a lot of change. So that is what I wanted to say. But at the same time, since Gemini is also being trained, every AI tool is being trained continuously. So the way we receive outputs, the way we are getting these reports generated, responses generated, will also keep on improving over a period of time. But obviously, so that is what I meant to say. Now coming back to this part, so let's say this that I'm attaching invoices. So I have two sample invoices. One intentionally I have uploaded a fake invoice or inconsistent to see if it points it out, and I have given it to Opel tool which I have prepared for the purpose of processing it. In the meantime, it processes. Let me show you the output which I had got recently when I tried it. This was invoice verification. So two invoices which I had uploaded, it gave me the identity also that this tandoori treat restaurant invoice that you have uploaded, it has certain observations to note and to check out, but this seems to be genuine. Confidence level is medium, is what it said. Over here, this is high possibility that it is fake or AI generated, and level of confidence is very high. It has given its reason. Why is it so? So discount 10% amounts to 4,000. It has been mentioned as 40,000. There is no consistency with logo of the company used and name of the company used. At the same time, the document is quite old. Its due date and invoice date is the same, and so on and so forth. So it gives its own set of observations, and this is how it can help us in forensic detection, etc. Now, say same prompt, same invoice, a different way of presenting it. Confidence level observations are more or less same, but the way it presented it is different. So we can upload n number of invoices. We can create such tool and keep it ready. And whenever we go for a particular audit process to be executed, we can take help of such mini apps which we have developed. Siddharth sir is asking, where can Opel be used in comparison with LLM? Siddharth sir, I did not clearly get your doubt. Would you like to explain me over audio or something so that we can discuss it better? I think you won't be able to unmute. I'll just see.
Hi, Karan, are you able to
Sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir. Very much, very
Yeah,
much.
oh, I wanted to ask which are those use cases where Opal can be better used in comparison with LLM is what I mean to say. I mean, for workflow, I understand, but then how?
Workflow is the only unique thing over here. If you see, if we, let's say we use Gemini or we use ChatGPT or we use Claude, so now what is Opel trying to do? Opel is building a workflow, but it is ultimately taking the help from the Google LLM only, the Gemini thing. It is going over there, fetching the data and bringing it from over here. So mainly is the workflow. So if there are 5 steps that you're supposed to do, this will combine all those 5 steps together. You need to execute only once, not 5 times, and it will give you the output in a particular format that you wish to have, which even they would give, but this will compile everything, and it will be in an app kind of a user interface. So these two main peculiarities. Everything else we can do it on the LLM also.
And this will be stored as an app in Drive or something, or where we
Yes,
open the
yes.
account.
So now if I have, let's say, logged in to this particular Opel platform from my personal ID, so personal email address, whatever Google Drive space we have, it saves everything, all the activities that we do over there. And when we share it from here with the other people, they can open it provided they log into their email addresses. And just like we share Google Sheets or Google Folder or Google Document, this also gets shared, but they can open it directly from Opel. So I'll just give you an example. So I have shared a few apps with you. I'll just open this one. So this is the link which I get, which I'm trying to execute now, and this is what I put in. So it will directly open to that particular app whenever that particular person opens. It will not go to the editing part. It will just display this particular app.
Yeah, but can we, in this app, can we, direct the user to whom which we have shared this app, to input his data requirement into those particular tabs which we create in that app?
Yes. So as of now, we are just trying to discuss cases where there is only one input being given. There can be multiple inputs out also, and it will give the buttons you can see over here if you wish to put it in that format, or if you wish to just give a statement like this that enter the company name for research. Those particular input signs will be shown, and the user will enter those inputs. Then it will take to the processing stage.
So the user can also directly put in those inputs in the app, you mean to say?
Yes. User cannot edit the app. That's it. User can do everything else that we are doing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So in this also, what I have tried to do is I have just given it instructions that rather than me coming to Gemini and searching something, you please go to Gemini, search the data stock and present it in a manner I wish to have that output in that format. So let's say I put in Reliance over here. It will go to its LLM, generate everything from the websites of Reliance, etc., and give it to me over here in the format I wanted. It has some error. Let's retry. So it is fetching the information. Now, just one last point, which I felt necessary to discuss before I hand it over back to Neha ma'am. I guess Neha ma'am has joined in. So that was how to use the uh, template, which is already given by Google Opel. So this may not cater our professional needs right now, maybe not in the near future also, because Google Opel will try to focus in its development also for a lot of things which are very widely used, not for finance sector specifically or for tech sector, etc. But how do we use it? So let's say if we wish to create a social media post. Now this is a social media post which automatically the template has been created by Google Opel. And let's say we press start. It says enter your business website or enter the business name, etc. Let's say I put in Pune ICAI. It says briefly describe the proposed focus of this post, example, etc. So I put in Google Opel AI session. Add an image. Let me add an very beautiful image that I have of our branch. This one, let me put it. So it will generate a social media post. So if we have some fixed inputs that we want, we can design this. If we want to copy paste the input every time, or we can have a custom GPT kind of a thing, etc., while using Chat GPT or Gemini directly, it will do the same job. Now I guess it's still thinking. This is the output which I had got. It edited the image and it also gave me the caption. So this was the caption it gave me. Elevate your practice and embrace the future with ICI Pune. Join us for exclusive workshop, etc. The same thing which I gave as an input right now. The same thing I had given. So it developed this kind of a post for me, which I can use. So such kind of things are being developed by Opel as far as templates are concerned. But again, to be very specific, very difficult in the near future to get it for finance specifically. Stock kind of finance or that equity finance kind of part, maybe they would come up, but not as such. So this is something that it generated. So images part, I did not find that appealing as of now. And that's it. With this, I would like to stop whatever I wanted to discuss. This was it. I'll be sharing this file on the group, this folder, which has all the input files, output files, as well as the prompt file, which you can try. And in case if you have any doubts, you can let me know. There is one query, which is, can you upload any file size on Google Opel? So the restrictions that are there for Google Notebook LM, that you cannot upload more than 128 MB or something, those restrictions as of now are not seen over here. I have tried uploading maximum file of 20 MB, 50 MB, not more than 100. It has taken it very well till now. So no problem with that. But please expect restrictions to come in the moment they fully develop this particular model in the near future. So as of now, nothing. As of now, nothing. Yes, Neha, I'm over to you.
Uh, I think those you must have already taken up the questions. Are there any more questions?
I could not see. I guess those 3, 4 questions were only there.
So anyone from the audience who have attended, if you have any further questions, I think Karan is there on both the groups, one and two.
Yes.
So he can definitely answer. So I will just share with all of you that I came across this app recently at WOFA when I attended, and we have already shared the link with all of you. So Karan, did you discuss about that
I
workflow
did
during your?
discuss. Yes, yes,
So
yes. I
that was
started with that
also
workflow only.
really
Correct.
that was a really good workflow, and I think it has already been tested, and it was presented as one of the entries for hackathon of hackathons. So the results have not been declared yet, but I myself personally really liked that workflow because of the current nature of GST assignments, which is so lengthy, where the number of bills run into items, and if without coding we are able to generate such a workflow place, then it would be really helpful to many of the clients which we are handling, which are other than the audits. So audits also, I don't know how can this be integrated. Maybe Karan can guide, or maybe we can do our own uh, whatever trial and errors on these AI apps, because I really feel that currently there is no one an expert on AI. Everyone is an enthusiast. So, like we all. So, hopefully, today we all who have joined here have got really a hang of the app, and we can think about. And I would request you all that if you try to make some use case using any of these training sessions, you please share with the group also, so that we will also know how you have been able to explore these tools, which maybe some of our speakers also have not been able to demonstrate maybe in any of the sessions. So it would be really interesting for the others in the group to know. So, on behalf of all of you, I thank Karan that I just attended that session, and I told him, Karan, I want someone to speak on Opal, and he said, okay, I have used it and I will do some work and I'll present it. So thank you for doing it at such a short notice. And I am sure most of you would have found it really enriching. And if anyone wants to say anything, I would request if anyone wants to share your thoughts, because you all have heard the session, and I would really like to know your thoughts about this session today. Anyone from the people available here? No. Okay, if no one wants to share, then thank you so much for attending, and see you for the next session. And please suggest if you want to actually get someone speaking on a specific used case or something. So it would be helpful for me also to get those speakers here. And Karan is actively helping me in identifying speakers. So thank you, Karan, for that also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Deepak, I think we can close the meeting.
Okay, man.